Hey, there you go. Two giants and three mammoths down in a matter of a minute, I guess. So let's have a look at this and see what's so special about it. The longbow, unimproved by smithing, and let's have a quick look at this and see what we got here. So we have a longbow, 17 damage. I haven't smithed this at all. It's 17 damage because of 5 perks in the bottom of the archery tree. Otherwise, it'd be a 5 or a 6 damage bow. But if you look at it, it has 2 enchantments on it. A fire enchantment for 357 points and a frost enchantment for 357 points. If you actually noticed at the start of the video, I took a potion of destruction. Potion of Destruction will work on destruction spells, but it also beefs up your enchantments on your bows or weapons. So if you've got a sword, a bow, a dagger, whatever enchanted with a spell from the destruction, so as in like shock, frost, or fire, you will actually get the benefit of taking the destruction spell on top of your enchantments on your weapons as well. Character was actually wearing robes, with destruction spells cost 33% less, so I had 3 of them on, probably a necklace or something like that, or a ring with destruction on it, and one other piece of apparel. So three bits of apparel there. If you also look at this active effects, so fortified destruction, the potion said 230%, but it actually comes out to be 287%, and that's because this character is a vampire. And what I'll do now is I'll actually load another save and run through how I got to the point of having that sort of elemental damage happening on a weapon. We want to go back to Dragon's Reach, and this is just before I come out. This is where I made this weapon and the enchanted items I'm wearing there. So let's do it. So I've had this character for a while. This character you guys wouldn't have seen for a long time. It was the character I used for the Let's Build an Assassin Archer series. I think it's just in as a Let's Play an Assassin Archer or something like that in my channel. But it's the high elf character I used in that to quickly build an Assassin Archer. So we're in Dragon's Reach, and we're at the alchemy table and the enchanting table. So let's start off here by looking at the skills this character has to actually do what it's just done with the elemental damage. So it's based on my normal type of character. So I've got 100 in smithing, which I wasn't using in the first part, but I will use in the second part of this video. I have my alchemy here, which is 100. So in alchemy, I've got my normal 5 points there, 1 point there, and 1 point there. Those 7 perks let you make the best armor and weapons that you can. In the enchanting side of things, in alchemy, in enchanting here, I have my normal thing where I go straight up the middle to get to extra effect, which let me put the 2 enchantments on the bow. And I've also taken in the enchanting tree Fire Enchanter and Frost Enchanter. That's because I was using the Fire and Frost enchants. And this character has high destruction, so I can actually go into destruction, and I went up and I took Augmented Frost for 2 perks, and I took Augmented Flames for 2 perks. Now the big thing with this character is I'm a vampire. And if you're a vampire, what you really should do is get your restoration to 70. Even if you don't want to make massive elemental damage on weapons, but just if you're a vampire, you should be using the restoration perk here. So 1 in the bottom, go to regeneration, but you need to get to Necromage. Being a vampire and taking Necromage gives you a 25% bonus to just about everything. So, and I'll show you just exactly what I mean here. This character here has got on apparel. I've got on my 29% smithing and potion making apparel. But if you look in the active effects here, you will see that I got Fortify Alchemy. Fortify smithing and alchemy, but they show as 36% there. But when you look at them over here, they're actually 29%. That's because you get a 25% bonus to it. If you looked at the start of this game, start of this video, I actually took a potion and it says 230% damage. So if I actually take that potion, then I go and look at my active effects. So in the active effects, I look at Fortify Destruction because I just took the potion. It says 287%, and if you do the maths, 230 times or plus 25% gives you 287.5, I think. And that's it, your 25% bonus. So everything gets multiplied by the 25%. So let's go and look at how we did this. So what you actually need to do is you need to do the enchanting and alchemy loop to make yourself some better alchemy apparel. And this is pretty much the same. If you've just got 100% in smithing, 100% in alchemy and 100% in enchanting, you make 25% alchemy gear. But then if you do the same, this loop that I'm about to do here, you'll make it to 29, and that's what I've got here. I've got alchemy apparel on for 29%. I haven't got it all on. I've got one wrong one on there. So 29%. You go to your alchemy table and you make yourself a potion of enchanting. And at 29%, you should be making 37% potions, but because I'm a vampire, I now make 42% potions. So I make 3 or 4 42% potions with my 29% gear on, and I go to the enchanting table. If I actually take that potion that I just made for 42%, yeah, there's the old potions you make, 37%. That's the potion you make for enchanting when you're not a vampire, and if you haven't taken the 3 perks in restoration to get the necromage. So you take your 42% potion, go onto your alchemy table, your enchanting table rather, and you need to make 5 bits of alchemy gear. So a circuit, farmer helmet, gloves, necklace, and ring. And if you look at this, you are now going to be making 32% gear. So what you do then is you make yourself those 5 pieces of alchemy apparel, which are these here that I highlighted. I've already made them, so I'll quit out of there. I won't actually make them because I've got them. So now you've made yourself 32% gear. I'll just put on my 32% alchemy apparel here. I'm actually putting on the smithing one. You don't need to put on the smithing one. I've just got it because it was made. So now I've got on 5 bits of smithing gear, which is actually a circuit, and the circuit stacks on top of and with the farmer helmet. You can also do it with a Pentus Oculatus helmet, which if you want to get them and you haven't come across farmer helmets yet, go play up the Dark Brotherhood quest line, and you can pick up, I don't know, 20 Pentus Oculatus helmets. You only need about 4 or 5 I think. You're going to go all the way up the vampire side. What you do then, now that I've got on my 32% gear, you then go back to your alchemy table again, and you make enchanting potions again. So you would make yourself 4 or 5, or how many it's going to take you to make 5 bits of alchemy gear. So you make the alchemy gear with 45% potions, so I'll just make one of them. So I think I've got one already, but I'll make it anyway. Then go back to your arcane enchanter, take your 45% potion, which is that one, 45% potion. And then what you've got to do is you've got to make those 5 bits of alchemy gear again. So at this time you're going to make, I'll put alchemy on, and then that'll show up those 5 bits of gear. So what you're going to make is another circuit, another farm helmet or Pentus Oculatus helmet, gloves, braces, whatever you've got, a gold necklace and a gold ring, or a necklace and a ring, And what you do now is you make 33%. So you need to make those 5 items. And then once you've made your 5 items, you then go back to your alchemy table again. Oh, Farengar, go away and don't talk to me now. I'm busy, mate. I've got no clothes on. Right. I've already made that alchemy gear. I've called them all different names because I wanted them to stay together for the purposes of this video. So I've put on the smithing gear again. You don't need to have it on, but you need to have on your 5 bits of alchemy apparel. And then go into here again, and what you're going to make now, and this is the last time you need to make them. So when you get making 33% gear, make sure you make the smithing gear as well. So you've got alchemy gear and smithing gear at 33%. What you need to do then is now you can make your destruction potion like you saw me using, 230%. But you make enchanting potions again, because this is as strong as they're going to get at 46%. It's the same now. Marksman potions are now 184%. I think they were 147. Smithing potions now become, again, I think they go from 147 to 184, so I'll make a few of them. Everything jumps again, so restore health. Used to be 230 on this character, I think, so now you make 287 points of health restored. So everything gets stronger again. That'll do for here now. So that's how you make your crafting gear. And now that we've done that, I'll make the bow that I was just using. So I have on my 33% alchemy gear. I've made the potion. Now I take the potion for 46%. And I go into the arcane enchanter here. And go down to longbow. The soul gem on. And here's gets interesting again. So only one enchant gives you 61 points of fire damage. If I add frost to that, because it comes from the same school of magic, as in frost and fire are both destruction spells, you make 92. When you put the two together, for some reason, you get another bonus again, so it goes from being 61 to 92. Don't ask me why. I don't know why it does it, but yeah, that's it. So if I was to put that on with Paralyze, which comes from the Alteration School, you wouldn't get the extra bonus. But if you put 2 enchantments on the one weapon from the same school of magic, you get an extra bonus again. So I'll actually rename this bow. Now let me rename it. Yep, rename the bow. And I'll just call it Fire and Ice Bow. So Fire and Ice Bow, and create it. So now what I've got is a bow, that longbow there. We're finished in there. I'll just quickly show you this longbow that I just made. Weapons, Fire and Ice Bow. Where is it? Did I actually create it in the end? Yeah, I did, at the top. Fire and Ice Bow. So then what happens, if you look at it there, it's 92 points of damage. But then what happens, if I actually take the potions of destruction that I made as well, so a potion of destruction for 230%, I'm going to finish up with the bow, and it's going to be back to that 357 points of damage from both enchants. And that's the bow I started this video with. So elemental damage can get quite strong. Trick is to be necromage, and you've got to take those perks in destruction and enchanting, and obviously be 100 enchanting, 100 alchemy to get to this stage. I don't know that I'd actually build a character deliberately to to make this sort of damage bow, just working off the elemental damage. The bow itself will chew up the charge very, very quickly unless you're wearing some fortified destruction gear to go with it. But being a vampire, it also, without even going near the elemental damage, the numbers you can actually put on some of these weapons are quite incredible. There's my wife. What's she doing? You're hanging around the streets selling yourself again? But anyway, let's get down here and do some smithing now. Smithing gets interesting again because you get all the same bonuses from being the Necromage Vampire as you do with Alchemy and Enchanting.
Got some good
Can
pieces
you
out here if you're looking to buy.
please hop off my grindstone? Off, come on, move along. If I don't jump on, she's going to jump on.
I don't claim to be the best blacksmith in Whiterun. You're
Right, let me on the grindstone. I'll get on there, she'll get out of the way. Right, let's jump off here again and have a look. Right, I'll check I've got the right gear on. So I've got all my smithing gear on. The weapons can be improved by 33%, so you need 4 bits of apparel to give you 33% each. I've got the potions ready to go, so I'll quickly take one of these smithing potions at 184%. Like I said previously, with before I was a vampire, I could make 147% better potion. Now I can make 184%. But I also get the 25% bonus on top of it once I take it. So if I take the potion and I quickly go and look at my active effects. So I had apparel here, which is at 33%. But when I look in active effects, so in the active effects here for Fortify Smithing, I'm actually getting 41% on my apparel. And when I get to the potion, I'm actually getting 230% on the potion to Fortify Smithing. So let's quickly craft a few weapons here, and you'll get a bit of a surprise by some of these. So we'll do our blade sword. I'll just quickly speed through these, and we'll actually have a look once I've finished. Alright, so we've done that. It works on armor too, same thing. So let's have a look at this, but what I'll do, and this guy's going to talk to me, go away. I don't want to drink today. Let's change apparel here. So what I'm going to put on, I'm going to put on a resist magic, and bows do 54% better damage. I'm going to put on bows and stamina ring, and I'll put on this Forsworn gear. This Forsworn gear has the enchantments for bows to do 54% on the gauntlets and on the headdress. So now let's have a look at these bows. So that's gone from 17 to 64 because I put on those 4 pieces of Fortify Enchanting. But let's look at the weapons we just improved. So our blade sword now, and this is without any Fortify one-handed at all. It's just with 5 perks in the bottom of the one-handed tree, which is Armsman, so 5 perks in there, and you get a sword that's 280. That Daedric bow we improved is now 652 in damage. We did the Dwarven bow here, so my previous, that Dwarven bow now is 692 in damage. If I look at the Dwarven daggers, so before I was a vampire I can make a 175 damage dagger, that's with 5 perks in Armsman, and now I'm making a 262 damage Dwarven dagger. Ebony bow 631, longbow at 514 damage, and that steel dagger went to 263 in damage. Don't know what happened with Zephyr. Zephyr might have gone weird. It's only showing 103, but anyway, I think I did improve that. Don't know. But here's the one that really got me, is I get 983 damage on the hunting bow. And I actually did this 2 or 3 times. I went and got a different hunting bow and tried it again, and it still went to 983. So that's pretty much it. Vampires get crazy bonuses. So if you looked at the apparel this guy was wearing, it says 54% more bow damage there, right? But if you actually go to your active effects and you look at archery here, so my archery is now 67% more damage from each one of those because it gets the 25% bonus for being a necromage vampire and taking the 3 perks in the restoration tree to get the perk necromage. And yeah, vampire just makes stupid damage. I think you can actually get to the armor cap in this game by just improving steel armor. Yeah, so necromage is quite strong. Have a go with his bow and see if these figures are, if the damage is going to equate to it. So let's put that on and let's just shoot some people and end this video because I am going to reload this video. I'm not going to keep the save. Let's kill everyone. Oh, what are you whinging about? Is there a guard coming behind me? No, but there's our drinking mate. So you can have a lot of fun without restoration glitching or anything like that. This carrier is making godlike weapons and they're actually legitimate. They're not going to kill me. Oh, one more arrow and I'm nearly dead. Who else is left? Let's go and kill my wife. He'll die too. Where's this annoying bloke at the Shrine of Talos? He can die as well. I'm going to put an arrow in my wife's head because she's been annoying me. Oh, you wuss. Get up.
What was that?
You too. Now I'm just going crazy, trying to shoot people. Alright, that's enough of this craziness. Let's actually end this video here. I'm going to have to reload because I'm going to have about a 9,000 bounty here in Whiterun. And I was going to reload anyway because I'm way too strong. That's it. Most of Whiterun must be dead now. Yeah, last witness killed. But my wife's still alive. Why is my wife still alive? She can't die, can she? Die, wife, die. Alright, that's a bit violent. I will end this video here, and I'll see you guys in the next video I do.